Is the same thing going to happen in game number 3? We're going to find out because it's getting underway right now. If these guys have made drastic changes, this is the match to make it because this one is so important. Again, 9-match winning streak combined.
Yeah, whoever wins this one firmly in the driver's seat. You're going to see SjoW take his hand at Patron Warrior this game.
Yeah, I've got his camera up for you guys too. Wish I could have seen it when the snipe happened. Would have been beautiful. But Zalae, he's running back Hunter here, feeling very confident with it.
I think we would have just seen some rolling of eyes there probably, or just the of course face.
He's got a Harrison Jones in this build too. You know, weapons such a big talking point for both of these guys. Why not bring something to deal with that?
Yeah, love seeing Harrison Jones or Acidic Swampoos in these guys' decks. Both of them very heavy in the weapon classes.
Yeah, we'll see how SjoW wants to respond. He wants to get on board early and wants to protect himself as much as he can. That's the reason for this unstable goal. But Zalae got plenty of ways to start making headway on this board.
Yeah, how do you move forward from here, though? Do you go coin Eagle Horn Bow and attack it here?
Ooh, Stone Tusk Boar is not too hot in this situation.
Interesting that he just attacks into it.
Yeah, well, he just wants to get the beast set up first.
He just wants the information, yeah.
Yeah, maybe he gets a Direwolf Alpha here. Maybe he gets a River Crocolisk.
Yeah, I like this play, actually, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to set Eagle Horn Bow now, though. The fact that he's got both of these 1-drops in his hand wants to get some kind of use out of them. It knows that this is an important minion to take out now, so that way SjoW can't set and backlight a pain behind this.
Yeah, but SjoW's just buying himself time here as well. He knows that he needs, you know, all the time to set up everything he's going to have going because he needs to get to turn 7, 8, or 9 if he doesn't have an early Emperor Thaurissan or just the actual nuts going forward.
Yeah. So Zalae going to be the one to take initiative. Now, SjoW doesn't have a lot of clean answers to what's been happening, but it's not major threats. Web Spinner, it chips away a little bit, but
I think Stone Tusk Boar is a major threat.
you got to get more control.
That guy gets in 1.
1 mana, 1 damage. What more could you want? That's half of a Hunter hero power.
Against the Whirlwind deck, just great.
Yeah. Right, let's see how Zalae wants to play this one. Yeah, I think this is just a take it slow kind of game. You know, the fact that he's got Harrison Jones, the fact that he's got 2 Eagle Horn Bows, he can put up some pretty good fights against this deck, and he's seen unstable goal. That's the big tell that this is not Control Warrior.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you going forward. And then there's Whirlwind added, but SjoW hasn't actually taken damage yet, so he can't, you know, Battle Rage his turn and armor up. But he does have a Death Bite that he can set up going forward. Here's the problem, though. If he gets his Death Bite and then ends up not using it for one of the turns going forward, Zalae has a Harrison Jones waiting in the wings.
Yeah, curious how he wants to play this. I mean, there's a chance that this Death Bite doesn't actually swing this turn. Oh, he's not going to swing. That's going to guarantee Zalae some Harrison Jones value.
And the Snipe rears its ugly head again.
Man, the Snipe is actually really good versus Grim Patron Warrior.
Oh yeah, it kills every minion that they can play.
Yeah.
If you get a Frothing Berserker with it, whew.
I just imagine if you get a Warsong Commander with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually a preemptive way to stop their turns, but here's the thing. SjoW knows that there are snipes in Zalae's list, so you might see him play pretty carefully in one of the turns if he's going to go off.
You see him shaking his head.
Yeah.
He's knowing that snipe is a real possibility here. If he plays Grim Patron, he gets sniped. Like, that blows his turn out of the water.
Yeah, it's just dead. And see, here's the crazy thing. It might keep him from attacking again this turn, because, like, what does he do? Just attack face? You know, does he attack this minion? You know, and then this Harrison Jones is going to be a blowout if he doesn't use his Death Spite this turn.
This is a nightmare spot for Zalae. I think has just got him.
Yeah, look at SjoW's face. He knows.
Yeah, I think SjoW's just gotten this one. Oh, no, please swing,
oh,
SjoW.
No.
SjoW, please. Oh, no. Disaster has struck for SjoW.
We might see Zalae make one of the quickest plays he's ever made.
Yeah, Zalae even knows that he's like, I got him this game. And SjoW is just, he just can't believe what just happened.
The grin from Zalae is so good.
No, throwing out the threat, though. I mean, you got to appreciate someone really getting the better of it. This has just been dominant from Zalae so far.
Yeah, we've actually seen it the other way around when Dog played Zalae and Dog really got him in game 4. And Zalae, you know, realized that on turn 1, he had the same kind of face that SjoW had here. And SjoW's just, yep, okay, you got me again with the snipe, but I have an extra Grim Patron.
Yeah, he can have a extra Grim Patron all he wants. Zalae is about to take a very distinct control over the board. He's even got Tundra Rhino in his hand. Like, this is a major threat as well. I mean, SjoW has to deal with everything for multiple turns now.
Yeah, Tundra Rhino going to be able to give stuff like, you know, Savannah Highmane charge if he wants to later as well. But, you know, easy on the mana. Let's just play the Savannah Highmane. Really hard card to deal with. You've already seen it execute out of SjoW. Push through some damage. You've got an advantage. Lean on it.
Yeah, but it's going to be difficult for SjoW to retake this. 2 Armor Smiths may be able to buy him some pretty decent time, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to get to make a lot of Grim Patrons this turn.
Yeah, they're all going to be checked, though. The extra 2 cards that Zalae picked up he is going to be able to mitigate some of this advantage, but at the end of the day, it's just not going to be enough.
Yeah, but the longer that SjoW waits, the more likely he is to have something like that. So, he has to start trying to do something now.
I agree with you. He doesn't have time to just sit back and relax. Isn't going to execute the Savannah Highmane. That's to keep these Grim Patrons from getting picked off.
Doesn't want to give Zalae 2 minions here to actually, check off extra Grim Patrons here. At the time, the Savannah Highmane can only deal with 1, but if he were to execute it, he'd be able to take care of 2 different Grim Patrons here this turn.
But he's going to be able to tech everything anyway. He's just going to take his time and figure out the most efficient way.
This is turn 7 for Zalae. He has 9 cards in his hand as a hunter. How often do you see that?
Well, back in the day, you saw it a lot. Stupid old Starving Buster just...
Yeah.
Starving Buster and Lee Shai, draw 50 cards and kill your whole board.
Yeah, that was really fair.
Yeah, cool plays.
That was actually one of the first things I ever encountered playing Hearthstone. I started playing Constructed, and someone did that to me, and I was just like, wait, what? What just happened?
And that's where you fell in love with the game.
Yeah. Oh, that's when I threw my phone across the room, or my iPad across the room.
Stone Tusk Boar actually pulling some weight here, able to check a 5-1. Step 1 is going to be start chewing through these Grim Patrons. Tundra Rhino actually checks this 3-2 pretty darn well as well.
He's going to be able to take care of this entire board here this turn pretty cleanly.
Yep. Stone Tusk Boar is just the best part to me.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Nathan is a big fan of Stone Tusk Boar.
He's got board control, man.
He's written ballads to this card.
His SjoW is pretty much out of gas. I mean, what can he do at this point? He's got Execute for Tundra Rhino. I don't want to execute a 2-2, though. I mean, even the Cruel Taskmaster is going to be setting 4 power on Zalae's board and 2 Armor Smiths behind this. He needs a miracle to pull this game out.
Yeah, SjoW's face was great. This whole game, he's just like, yep, I got it.
Yeah, this is just one of those games. Fantastic play from Zalae. Just the deck building is incredible in this match. So many facets of this game that you don't normally see from Hunter players. Typically they're just swinging for the fences and hoping to get stuff done.
Yeah, you saw a lot of patience, a lot of great play. You saw SjoW be very patient with his Death Spite, and he came back to bite him this game. Zalae setting up great boards against that.
And still plenty of opportunities to just choke SjoW out of the game even further. This is a turn he wants to kill all these minions and make sure there's nothing SjoW can do.
Doing some math here, since he has 2 kill commands in his hand, he's actually got well over 16. He's got 19 damage this turn if he wants it.
Yeah, not quite 27, though.
Yeah, at this point, it's not if Zalae's going to win, it's just how and how fast.
Yeah, this is totally reasonable to be using kill commands to take out Armor Smiths here.
Yeah, it was fully what I expect him to do this turn is, take care of these Armor Smiths a little efficiently. Don't give away too much life here to SjoW. And he's going to protect his Tundra Rhino here as well, because it has a little bit of value going forward. Yeah,
this is always a threat on the board. Anytime he draws another Savannah Highmane, turns it into a major impact instead. And it's just one more thing that SjoW has to deal with.
He's going to set up a Knife Juggler here as well. He's already seen a Grim Patron out of SjoW.
Baron Geddon wouldn't be a bad draw.
Baron Geddon would not be a bad one, but I seriously doubt that it's in SjoW's deck.
Yeah, Battle Rage gets drawn. He just lost his entire board also. Feels bad, man.
Takes his own Harrison Jones here.
Oh, maybe a little bit of light at the end of this tunnel. I mean, Fiery Warax would be a pretty excellent draw here. That Whirlwind's not too shabby either.
Whirlwind's not bad either.
But now do you execute the Tundra Rhino or the Knife Juggler? These are both dangerous.
Yeah, they're both super dangerous. The problem is if he draws, I'm trying to think which one's worse because they're both just so bad. Like,
I think you got to execute the Knife Juggler. It contests your 5-3 directly.
If he draws a Savannah Highmane, does it really matter if it has charge? You know what I mean?
Maybe Zalae's hand's like 2 Snake Traps, 2 Explosive Traps, and a Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah, that's very wishful thinking.
Well, wishful thinking is about all he's got at this point.
Just immediately checks the Harrison Jones with the Sludge Belcher.
Yep, Sludge Belcher, Piloted Shredder, Dome ya.
He's even got Quick Shot to very cleanly answer it if he wants. Get this Knife
turning
Juggler.
Quick Shot into a Sludge Belcher front half, probably a good deal.
Yeah, you can go Quick Shot, Knife Juggler, Sludge Belcher. It just seems like a great board to have going forward against Grim Patron.
Typically, any board against 0 cards in hand is a pretty darn decent board position.
And that's why they brought you in here for the big-time hard analysis.
It's if your opponent doesn't have anything is good.
1% is more than 0%.
If you concede, you can't win. Wants to go with Piloted Shredder instead. Like, he's hunting for a draw with the quick shot here. I mean, come on, what more do you need?
Hey, this is Zalae down to a T. He's got to be as methodical as possible, perfect draws as possible, perfect plays as possible.
Anytime that SjoW picks up a card that draws a card, I think he's very happy with it.
Ooh, wow. Might get a little frothy here in a minute.
Yeah, it's not going to get very frothy. It's just going to get run over by Pilot Shredder. This is just a matter of going through the motions. SjoW understands that despite the fact that he's at less than a 1% chance to win this game, that's still something.
Ironbeak Owl added to his hand here, so if something were to go crazy at this Frothing Berserker, it's just another answer added to it.
I mean, there's a possibility that Zalae can just start drawing his traps, can start drawing Mad Scientists and really not have a lot of action behind this. Again, extremely low percent, but you got to take every little bit you can get.
Yeah, it's just so hard for SjoW to win from here because he's almost out of ways to win the game, but he has nothing to go with it with which to win the game. That's the problem. If he were to draw something like, a Grim Patron or another Frothing Berserker here, like, how does he even get them going?
Zalae actually, I think one of the ways that he loses this game is if this Pilot Shredder spits out a Doomsayer. So I think that he's trying to play around that possibility.
Yeah, he actively doesn't want his Pilot Shredder to die here because there is the 1 in like 70 chance something crazy could happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's Whirlwind Draw could have changed things. But 5-5 isn't too. Wow, he's just gonna scoop it up at this point. SjoW is
he's had enough.
Yeah, I had enough at this point, and frankly, I'd like to continue to seeing stuff from Zalae deck. He's seen Harrison Jones, he's seen Snipe. Maybe there's a little bit of extra information he can get. I mean, Zalae's clearly playing his hand out.